What if the end wasn't the end at all? What if the very moment your story closes, another one begins and it has your name on it? Not all beginnings are a blessing. Maybe, after death, you awaken. Not in heaven, not in fire, but in something new. You open your eyes, you breathe. But nothing feels right. The gravity is off. The sounds are reversed. You try to speak, but your voice echoes before you even say anything. You realize you're not reborn. You're repositioned. Somewhere between worlds. Not alive, but not entirely dead. Let's explore some possibilities. In one version, the end is a loop. The moment you die, you begin again, but in your own life. Imagine waking up in your childhood bed, terrified. You're 5 again, same parents, same streets, same everything, but something's off. You remember how you died. You remember every single regret, every wrong turn, and every time you reach that final moment, the moment of your death, you're reset, back to 5. Over and over and over again. A constant whisper follows you. Try again. Try again. Try again. Or consider this. You wake up in a room, white, endless. No walls, no ceiling, just a chair. And across from you, yourself. Not a mirror, not a twin, but you, from another ending. One of the millions of you that ended somewhere else. The other you looks at you and asks, how did it end for you? Suddenly the room begins to fill. More chairs appear. More versions of you. You're all waiting. For what? No one knows. But you can feel it. Something is watching from the darkness just behind the light. What if you awaken inside a structure? Cold stone, endless halls, and rows upon rows of glass displays. You walk past them, peering inside. In each case, a version of you is frozen at the exact moment of death. Some are screaming in terror, some are silent. Some are even smiling. You walk and you walk for what feels like an eternity until you find it, an empty case. Your name is written on a small plaque beneath it. A soft whisper echoes through the hall. Get in. You realize with dawning horror you were never the visitor. You were always the exhibit. Perhaps the awakening is different. You wake up crying. Not in fear, but in pure, unfiltered confusion. The world around you is massive, overwhelming. The lights are too bright. The sounds are too loud. The touch is too warm. Giant hands lift you. Muffled voices coo from above. You've been reborn, but not as a baby, as something else. As data, a consciousness injected into a new organic shell. But the transfer was messy. The files were corrupted. Flickering memories from your past life haunt your new dreams. Your death plays on a loop in your mind, and you realize this isn't reincarnation, it's cloning. Someone or something is trying to build you again. Or maybe you find yourself in a reverse world. You're alive, but nothing makes any sense. Rain falls upward, defying gravity. Clocks tick backward, unwinding time. You walk through doors and find yourself in the past. People cry at weddings and celebrate at funerals. You've entered a world where death is birth and life is the punishment. You see your own funeral playing on a screen, but in reverse. You watch yourself crawl into a coffin as a crowd cheers, and you begin to wonder, did you die? Or were you finally born? Then there's the possibility that you wake up, and you can't move. You're trapped, helpless, behind a pane of invisible glass. You watch your own life replayed, but not from your eyes. You see it from everyone else's perspective. You witness every cruel word you ever spoke, every betrayal you committed, every selfish moment you thought no one saw. And you watch as someone reviews your life, taking notes, judging. But it's not a god. It's not a devil. It's you. An older, colder version of yourself. The one that didn't survive. The observer looks directly at you through the glass and then smiles. You were the test, and this is the result. What if the end is personalized, tailored, programmed just for you? Maybe there's no single universal afterlife, Just endless next lives. Some peaceful, some monstrous, all of them reflections of the way we lived or the way we died. Maybe the beginning isn't a gift. Maybe it's a sentence. Maybe it's another chance. Or maybe it's the last one you'll ever get. If this is the beginning, you should be very careful what you wish to end. Some endings don't let go. Thanks for watching. If these ideas sparked your curiosity, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more dives into the unknown. Stay curious.